So here is the project 1, hydroponics growing plant without soil. MCQs are there for standard 8. So since I found this chapter very interesting, just go through it and collect some MCQs for you. So the MCQs are like this. What is hydroponics? And the options are growing plants in sand, growing plants in soil, growing plants without water, growing plants without soil. So growing plant without soil is called hydroponics. What is the primary goal of precision farming? So increase pesticide use, maximize labor requirement, optimize input use and increase productivity, reduce use of machinery. So the primary goal of precision farming is to optimize input, use and increase productivity. Next, in hydroponics, vertical farming is used primarily to decrease sunlight exposure, use more water, utilize vertical space efficiently, improve soil quality. So to utilize vertical space efficiently, in hydroponic, vertical farming is used, right? Next, which hydroponic system use a thin film of nutrient solution flowing over plant root? And the options are deep water culture, DWC, nutrient film technique, NFT, EBB and flow, weak system. So nutrient film technique. Which component provide oxygen to plant root in a deep water culture system? And the options are water heater, LED grow light, air stone and air pump, humidifier, air stone and air pump. Why is indoor placement of a hydroponic system often preferred in urban areas? And the options are more space available, natural rainfall is enough indoor, easier control over temperature, light and humidity, better soil condition indoor. So easier control over temperature, light and humidity. That's why in the urban areas, hydroponic, that is indoor placement of a hydroponic is just given preference. In which hydroponic system are plant roots suspended directly in a nutrient-rich oxygenated water solution? And the options are weak system, deep water culture, EBB and flow, drip system. So the correct answer is deep water culture. Which hydroponic system uses a pump to flood the grow tray with nutrient solution and then drain it back into a reservoir? And the options are NFT, drip system, EBB and flow, aeroponic. So EBB and flow is a system that uses a pump to flood the grow tray with nutrient solution and then drain it back into a reservoir. Which hydroponic system recycle unused nutrient solution to reduce waste? And the options are soil drip system, closed loop drip hydroponic system, open loop NFT system, passive weak system. So correct answer is closed loop drip hydroponic system. Why is oxygen important in a hydroponic system? And the options are it prevents algae growth, it is absorbed by plant leaves, it is required for root respiration, it increases water pressure. So it is required for root respiration. Which of the following is used to supply lights to plant in indoor hydroponics? And the options are solar panel, fluorescent or LED grow lights, candle light, flashlight, fluorescent or LED grow lights. What happens if the temperature of the nutrient solution is too high? Root growth improve, oxygen level increase, it promote pathogen and reduce oxygen, pH stabilizes. So it promote pathogens and reduce oxygens. A major disadvantage of hydroponic is high yield, soil erosion, high initial investment, less control over nutrients. So high initial investment. Hydroponic uses less of which resource compared to traditional soil farming? And the options are seed, fertilizers, water or sunlight. So hydroponic uses less of which resource compared to traditional soil farming? So water. If we are going to compare with the traditional soil farming, then hydroponic uses less water. Why is hydroponic often preferred in controlled environments like greenhouses? And the options are it does not need light, easier to control nutrients, light and temperature, it uses clay soil, it is cheaper to build greenhouses. So easier to control nutrients, light and temperature. That's why hydroponics often preferred in controlled environments like the greenhouses. How can hydroponic be seen as a revival or extension of ancient Indian farming knowledge? And the options are: it returned to animal-driven agriculture, it enhances the same principle using technology, it ignored traditional method completely, it removed the need for human intervention. So, it enhances the same principle using technology. What makes hydroponically grown microgreen ideal for urban farming? Need for deep soil, require chemical fertilizer, space efficient and soil free, grown only in forests. So, space efficient and soil free, right? A common limitation in hydroponic microgreen system is lack of technology, risks of system failure, example pump or light failure, too much land requirement, difficult climate adaptation. So, risks of system failure is a common limitation in hydroponic microgreen system. Which of the following is an advantage of the weak system? Require electricity, complex setup, no moving parts and easy to maintain, suitable for very large crops. So, no moving parts and easy to maintain. In deep water culture DWC, the plant roots are suspended in air, embedded in soil, submerged in oxygenated nutrient solution, wrapped in plastic sheets. So it is submerged in oxygenated nutrient solution, right? Now some question answer from the textbook also. Page number 10 and 11. It has been given that record your observation in table 1.2. So new technology related to liquid nutrient use of artificial light instead of sunlight, simulating moisture in a dry area, protection from light and wind, control of water supply. Okay. Now they have been asked to write your observation. So observation will be nutrient solution are prepared and directly delivered to plant root, ensuring precise nutrition. LED grow lights, blue and red spectrum are used to simulate sunlight. Sensor measure and regulate the humidity inside the growing environment. Shade net poly houses protect plant from excessive sunlight. Automated irrigation system like drip deliver water in control amount. Water is often recycled and filtered, especially in hydroponic system. So this is your observation. Page number 11. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the hydroponic system? So advantage: plant grow faster and yield more because nutrients are delivered directly to the roots in a controlled environment. And what is the disadvantage? It requires a higher initial setup cost and constant monitoring, which may not be affordable or accessible for all farmers. Next, is there any difference in the method or tool used for harvesting, transport and storage, that is in hydroponic system? Yes, it is different from traditional farming. Plants are usually harvested manually using clean tools like scissors or knives to avoid damaging delicate roots and leaves, that is the harvesting. Hydroponic crops are often transported in clean, food-safe container to maintain hygiene and freshness, especially for leafy greens and microgreens, that is the transportation. And if we are talking about the storage, then crops are stored in temperature and humidity control environment, such as cold room or refrigeration unit, to extend shelf life as they are often more perishable, right? So this is the difference in method of just harvesting, transport and storage. Page number 15. What are the advantage and disadvantage of growing microgreens using hydroponics? So advantage is uses less water and no soil, making it clean and space efficient. Disadvantage is require careful monitoring of water and nutrient and higher setup cost. Have you used the microgreen? How did you use them? Raw, salad or as a garnish? Yes, microgreens are usually rinsed gently, then added fresh to salad for a crunchy, nutritious boost, or sprinkle on dishes as a colorful, flavorful garnish. Can this method be applied to all crops? What are the probable limitations of the microgreen production? No. The hydroponic method cannot be applied to all crops. While many leafy green herbs and some fruiting plants like tomatoes grow well hydroponically, root vegetables like the carrot, potatoes and tall field crops like the corn or wheat are less suitable due to space, support or substrate requirements, right? And what is the limitation? Short shelf life after harvest, high sensitivity to humidity and temperature, limited crop variety, not all seeds are suitable, and risks of mold and fungal growth. Page number 24. Why did you use an aerator in the DWC system but not in the NFT system? An aerator is used in DWC, that is deep water culture system, because the plant roots are fully submerged in water and need added oxygen to prevent drowning. Whereas in an NFT, that is the nutrient film technique, system roots are only partially in a thin film of nutrient solution, allowing them to access oxygen from the air, so an aerator is usually not necessary. Then they have been asked a comparative chart for DWC versus NFT. So here is this. So if we are talking about DWC, that is deep water culture, then ease of construction, easy to build, whereas NFT more complex, requires slope and channel. Plant support, net pots in floating lid or raft, whereas channel hold net pots. Oxygen supply needs air pump aerator, usually not required in NFT. Water, DWC uses more water, whereas NFT more water efficient. Growth rate, fast due to constant nutrient in DWC, and NFT also fast with good flow of oxygen. Best for plant, lettuce and herbs in DWC, and NFT, leafy green and small plant. Have you come across any other advanced farming technology in your locality? If yes, describe the technology. Page number 28. Yes. Such one advanced technology is aeroponics. In aeroponics, plant roots are suspended in air and misted. Misted means sprayed with a fine spray of liquid with a nutrient-rich solution. This method provides excellent oxygenation and nutrient absorption, leading to faster growth and higher yield. Name any three things that you learned while setting up the hydroponic system. Page number 28. So good water flow and pump setup are crucial in systems like NFT to avoid root drying. Plant need oxygen at the root, especially in systems like DWC. Water pH and nutrient must be balanced for healthy plant growth. And finally, the textual question answer, page number 30. What did you enjoy doing the most? I enjoy watching the plant grow quickly without soil and seeing how different systems work to support healthy growth. What were the challenges you faced? Maintaining the right pH and nutrient level, preventing algae or root rot, and ensuring continuous water or airflow to keep plant healthy are some challenges you face. What will you do differently next time? Next time I will monitor pH and nutrient level more regularly, use better insulation to control water temperature, and set up backup power for pump to avoid system failure. Do you think it is economical and practical feasible to grow all crops using hydroponic? Give reason for your response. No. It is not fully economical or practical to grow all crops using hydroponics because setup and maintenance costs are high, and large or deep-rooted crops like wheat or corn needed too much space and support. It is best for high-value, fast-growing plant like leafy greens and herbs, right? So these are the 20 MCQs from the project 1 hydroponics. After that, the observation question answers has been also covered, and the textual question answers also. So if you find this project interesting, just go through it and just go through this question answer also. This is helpful also. Okay, so if you come till the last of the video, then thank you so much for watching the video.